to be than I do, and I don't agree with their definition of a quarter note.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Night Keys.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Good evening. We are talking about how Duolingo now has both math and music options available to it, and how we have been doing math for fun.
Yes,
like
I've been doing
adults.
maths for fun, which is...
Why? Do we have to have the why is it plural discussion?
Have I not told you how I write it now, and have done ever since I...
Do you do math parentheses S?
Yes.
Okay. I there we go.
It's like, Z on that side of the Atlantic, it's Z, and on this side of the Atlantic,
It's Z.
Z.
Right?
Yeah.
Zed's dead, baby. I don't know why you keep talking about him like he's a letter. I like the math /S. That's nice. That works well as well. Good evening, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
How are you? How are you doing? We're here. It's Wednesday. I like math. I'm enjoying the Duolingo. It's heavy on the fractions right now, but it's done a good job of like finding different visual ways of presenting fractions and asking you questions about it to make you interact with it in new ways that might unlock things in your brain, which I think is cool. But I'm like, I have to count now in order to do fractions, and I didn't have to do that before.
Holy shit. Congratulations.
Congratulations! And yes, solidarity to all the people doing Nano. You're halfway through. You're doing brilliantly. Keep going. You're supposed to hate it when you get to this point. Just finish the damn thing.
Get it done.
Yep. Exactly. What else is going on? D&D is also fun for math. Okay. My dudes of gender neutrality. Your girl played champions. Gaming for math. Been there. We all good.
I don't think we still have my copy of Phoenix Command, which I inherited because I like the quotes.
Phoenix Command is all about specificity of hit location. Champions is about applying fractional multipliers to large vats of dice.
No, Phoenix Command is edging if it was a tabletop RPG.
Did you have to say it that way?
So anyway,
because I'm struck by the reality of that.
I'm
very uncomfortable
I once
now.
played a 3-hour game of Phoenix Command, where in game 11 seconds passed.
What do you describe this as edging? No, I don't know that I can divorce the two concepts in my head, and I'm slightly uncomfortable.
Edging is a distinctly somewhat squicky term.
Use Google search if you're gonna go do that.
Yeah. Maybe don't do that at all.
Oh yes, Wendy. Yeah, the Car Wars experience.
Oh, I had that too.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, it's possible I was in the Car Wars game you're talking about.
I was going to say Robo Rally, but at least that has programming to go with it. So, Wendy says the sound is all over the place. Well, I tried making a tweak to the microphone, which was supposed to make it better. And I have a feeling it's not making it all that much better.
Phoenix Command, being serious and not taking a cheap gag for a moment. It's unlike me, so don't worry, this won't be long. Phoenix Command is
I'm still in that Car Wars game. Right?
It's a very, very, very complicated combat system with the world's most cursory role-playing background.
Graham, this is for you in BattleTech.
Yeah.
Love me some BattleTech. Love me some BattleTech.
Kind of hanging off it.
Heat sinks in my feet. Oh yeah. Gonna stand in water. Neener. Okay. Sorry. I love BattleTech.
You do love BattleTech.
You always love BattleTech. None of this little glitter boy nonsense. If you ain't 30 tons, go away. You don't count.
Don't worry. I know. I'm really sorry. I'm genuinely sorry.
As quickly as possible.
Don't worry about having to think about rifts. I had 3 of the 15,000 rift supplements, which had a mere 50 additional character classes. You think I am joking?
Rifts or GURPS?
Rifts.
I've seen. Do we all remember the old Knights of the dinner table joke about rifts, GURPS, and GURPS rifts?
Oh, dear God.
I'm buckling under the weight of the books right now. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Focus. And I remember somehow every attack I made, my mech tripped and fell down. I know.
The only reason I know anything about Battletech is that I was a gaming store retailer around the time that MechWarrior, the collectible miniatures game, exploded. And because I was doing this in the early noughties and it was not in a large town, it meant that for a period of about 6 months, the best day we would have in any given week that wasn't Saturday was the day when Trader Dave would come in and literally hold the shopping cart at one end of our MechWarrior shelf and go, push. And
Rift was converted to Savage Worlds.
Yes, it was.
Like officially?
Yes, it was.
Okay, we have to tell my Savage Worlds story. Please provide my prop.
Which one?
Give me my old school Savage Worlds book.
Okay.
We will tell my Savage Worlds story in a moment here. Anyway, so no, that's the deluxe edition, the original one. It's brown and red. Sorry, I'm making him dig for props because, we're stalling for time at this point. Oh, child. Please excuse me a second. I need to find a prop to tell a ridiculous story.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Go. Keep talking.
Yeah, Rifts. 40 character classes in the core rulebook. Most of them are fighters. A further 30 character classes in every supplement. And there are 500 supplements.
Now I am challenged because I will be telling my Savage Worlds story about... Oh, come on, focus. This book, the OG. Thank you very much. But I need to check if what I'm going to tell a story about is in this book, i.e. I think this is the most recent edition.
Honey, that book's a decade old. That's a good shot.
Face! It's a decade old.
We got that at Gen Con in 2011.
I don't want to hear about
Maybe
that.
2012.
Let's see if it's still here. I don't know.
Marguerite is very close friends with several people who would go on.
What messing up my story? I don't think it's.
I'm holding.
Anymore. Hold.
You looking for the acknowledgements or the examples?
No, the gameplay example.
Okay.
I think they stripped it out. Oh, that makes me sad.
The system? No. God, no. Sweet Jesus, no. No, don't go anywhere near Gertz's system. Good Lord. The system agnostic source books, which concentrate on individual concepts or genres or locations, single most useful role-playing supplements ever made.
Oh my gosh, this autograph is dated from 2003!
That is 20 years ago.
How very dare you, sir! Oh no! Oh yes, you are a stinker. Now, if you'll excuse me, I was trying to have a little humble brag for a minute, but now you've made me sad.
GURPS Discworld, one of the all-time best ones.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry, I'm really dragging this out for ridiculousness' sake, but. Keep talking.
You want to just tell a story without the example?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I was going to quote a page number and stuff. But, okay.
So anyway.
Sorry, vamp for me, would you?
It's all good. So anyway.
Wow. This is how old that is. That's my maiden name. That's how old that is. There's a gameplay example in here. There are two characters in the gameplay example from the original game. There's Clint, i.e. Clint Black, who would later go on to be the line developer, and yours truly. We were part of the original Savage Worlds playtest group. I love these folks. I've been good friends with these folks for a long, long time. These books mean a lot to me.
To give you an example, when we went to Gen Con in 2012, we went to...
Oh, are you going to tell this embarrassing story? You love this story.
We went to help them out. And Clint and Jody are incredibly nice people, and they were running the Pinnacle stall at that point. And basically, Marguerite ended up functionally babysitting their kids for 3 days.
Which one was that? No, that was the first time we went. I thought you were going to tell the story for the second time we went.
I've only ever been to Gen Con once, honey.
Okay. So that was the same week.
Yes, it was. It was a very big week.
Which game was it? Was it at the Was it the Deadlands?
It was the Deadlands Noir launch.
It was the Noir.
You do that, I'll do this one.
Okay, you do that one.
We show up and we're chatting away. And because Clint and Jody are good people, if you're working with them for a while, they buy you dinner every night. So the first night we go out, and yeah, Indy is a convention
I have
town.
to find this photo. I have the cutest photo of the world. In the world, the group of us was too big to sit at the same table at the restaurant because
And this was planned.
we went to Steak and Shake.
Because we were a brand new relationship at this point, and Clint and Jody had known Marguerite for years and had known her asshole ex-husband.
And Clint decided to play the dad for this situation.
The protective southern dad. So we walk in.
So when there was not enough space for all of us at the one table, there was a little two-top over here, and then the rest of us were over here. And guess who had the two-top with Clint?
Clint is my size, if not slightly larger. This bear paw of a hand descends on my shoulder and goes, "My boy, we are going to eat chicken, as men do." And
the adorable photo I have is the two of them, like 50s diner style, splitting a milkshake with two straws. It was adorable.
yes. Do the thing.
Okay, so that was the year that Deadlands Noir launched, and Deadlands owns a piece of my soul and always will, and sometimes it's painful, but sometimes it's good. And I was one of the big McLarge huge backers for Noir when it came out, and the kind of at Gen Con release party bonus that we got is we got to go to like a special dinner, and there was a special session that was run for us and everything. And this is a Noir game, right? So I dressed up, heels, red dress, femme fatale kind of thing. You can tell that part of the story, but I get to tell this part of the story. And we went to dinner and it was fun. Okay, now you can tell your favorite part of the story. So
My two favorite parts of the story.
Fine.
The first one is obviously I wasn't allowed in the room, and that's entirely fair because this was like a high-end backers only thing. But I got a text from Margaret saying, "We're taking a break. Do you want to pop in?" And I come in, and they're like 15 people. They're on the next 3 tables of 5. And as I come in, Margaret goes, "I need a drink," and hand on a stack of Bibles. 3 people on 3 different tables stand up and go, "I'll get it."
Now tell the other part that you like, because I did not witness this, but he dines out on this.
So we are walking through the corridors of Gen Con after all of this is done, and Margaret is in this incredible red dress. She's full on femme fatale. You curled your hair and all that good stuff. And she's walking along, classic Charlize Theron, shoulders back, head up, and murder. And I'm a little bit behind her.
He's doing the bodyguard.
I'm in the bodyguard
2 steps
thing.
back and on the right, right?
And this guy rounds the corner and instantly starts looking her up and down, and then looks at me. And I just do this. And he turns around and leaves.
I didn't even clock this guy, but he got to have fun. It was a good evening. We had a great time. And then the next day we had your fan meetup. Thank you very much. There were Pseudopod fans at Gen Con who wanted to meet him. So, there we go. That was Gen Con. The end. By Jason Mendoza. Oh, God, I'd love to go back to Gen Con. I actually really like Indianapolis. It's fine as a city. I just miss American food, y'all. Sometimes I just really need a real steakhouse, okay?
Good,
Yeah, exactly. So how's our week been?
It's been a week. We're gearing up for the end of the year and for the point where we go wheels up, which we're figuring out the exact dates for that.
Excuse me, Rubesco?
Rebecca, have you done a food yet?
I understand that a food is needed. Perhaps now is it time for you to step away and get a food? Go get a food.
Becca, get a food.
Becca, get a food.
Get a food, Becca.
Get a food. Anyway, so we are trying to kind of bring the year into land. We're trying to think about, I've got 4 weeks of work left before I have a nice long break. And we're trying to figure out when the last stream is and all of that good stuff.
When the Lustful Lid goes live, all of that kind of
all that stuff. We should have that kind of info for you next week.
So it's been a weirdly intensive week. I've had a thing, which honestly, being real for a moment, I've not had for several weeks, which is twice this week. I've surfaced from several hours of deep work and gone, oh, things have happened. And that's really nice.
Yeah, because boy, if things happen in the UK this week.
I mean, the things that have happened have sucked.
Yeah.
But it's been really nice to get that kind of focus back. And I want to maybe try in 2024 to not have 2023 again. And also perhaps to have this focus slightly earlier.
You can't necessarily force that, but
I can't.
But now's about the time that we put the stuff down. So we're working on making the lists of the things to put of down. To put of down. You do law, I would. You're the ones with the English
do.
degrees. There we go. Exactly. I'm trying to think about if there's anything else that's been like...
We devoured 2 seasons of Legend of Vox Machina in about 6 days.
6 days. It was much longer than
we talked about it in
about 2 weeks.
We were most of the way through the first season by the time we did this stream last week.
And we just finished season 2 about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Which was good. See you later, KDB.
See you, KB. We did not do the Marvels yet. We're hoping to do that this coming week.
Because we're hoping to do that this coming weekend. Season 2 arc for Scanlan was great.
My little guy.
Oh, got him.
Right in the fucking feels. My little guy. And also my very, very large guy. I love Grog's arc also.
Oh, Grog. Good boy. He's just such a good boy.
Just that image of Grog peeking his head above the top of the wheelbarrow going, hey, Pop. I fucked up and passing out. It's just so adorable.
Yeah, it's really sweet. So we've enjoyed that a great deal. I don't think there's much else we've watched.
I'm sorry, Nick. Oh, I'm making my way through the Spyverse movies at the moment, which are on Amazon Prime. Well, annoyingly, one of them isn't, but the latest one, Tiger 3, is at cinemas. And the shortest way I can describe it is imagine the Avengers if the Avengers were all Indian leading or Hindi leading men of a certain age who danced very well and also occasionally punched people.
What are these called?
The YRF Spyverse movies.
YRF Spyverse movies. Okay.
I would particularly recommend the first one, Ek the Tiger, because Ek, the main character, he's just like a guy. He's just a guy who does his best, and he's a little bit put upon. And at one point, in a hilarious extended foray to Ireland, and seeing Ireland through the eyes of Hindi cinema is fucking wild. By the way.
Of course, we've seen RRR Goblin many times, and the sequel comes out when? Next year,
yes, I believe so.
There will be another one next year. Cannot wait.
There is a moment in the sequence where he's challenged to a friendly game of darts, and someone goes, "You can play, can't you?" And he looks to camera. He actually just kind of goes, and hits 3 bullseyes in a row. And I just
yes, there's going to be another one. I can't wait. I will order a bunch of pizzas and just sit there for 4 hours. The 4 hours just will inevitably run, and it will be amazing.
Yeah, Herban, I will report back extensively once we've seen it. I'm hoping for the squee.
That's great.
Yes.
I don't think about if there's anything else. Just been paperwork and work.
Angelica.
Thank you. And Peggy. Sorry, you have to finish it. Okay, that's about it. Mm-hmm. Next week is Thanksgiving in the U.S., so...
And fuck off Puritan Day over here.
Yes.
We don't celebrate it.
I'm expecting the traditional text from my Welsh brother-in-law who says, happy fuck off Puritan Day. And that would be fine. Hello, party. How are we doing, everybody? We're just faffing around still. We haven't got around to actually playing the game yet. So you haven't missed the content warnings. Hooray! Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We've been talking about Savage Worlds and Gen Con and the Critical Role animated series Vox Machina. Mm-hmm. And we're getting ready to play the Princess. Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about? We're going to talk about scheduling next week when we know what the heck we're doing. No, we don't.
Those of you who subscribe to Sarah Gailey's excellent newsletter,
Stone Soup.
I'm over there now too.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2 or 3 times a month. I debuted last week with a piece on excavation of Hobbs Barrow, and in fact, I can tell you this. The next piece is going to be on the Coffee Talk duology, and as Marguerite pointed out, there's a physical release of that coming in December. So they've cleared me to have that release in December to tie in with the physical release.
So you should do Dark Side Detective.
And next week's Dark Side Detective, because there's a physical release for Dark Side Detective.
Did you all see that there's a pre-order available for Dark Side Detective? There are trading cards. There are secret foil trading cards.
Foil dooley.
I need a foil. You completely derailed that sentence. Well done. Yeah, I definitely ordered it. And I ordered as many packages of trading cards as they would let me have so that I can trade the foils. And I will share all the extras by all means, because I think there's only actually 5 cards, and you get one of each card in a pack, but you don't know winner or if you will get a foil, so you have to buy multiple packs. So the newsletter we're talking about, Aussie, is called Stone Soup. It's by Sarah Gailey. Let me see if I can find a link for you. Yay.
I'm not in this week, but I will be in next week.
Here we go. Well done, Ducky. Thank you for being me.
Quick off the draw, Ducky. Good job.
And Gailey's most recent work is they wrote the White Widow
series that debuted last week.
Exactly, which is sitting on my to-be-read pile.
And is tremendous fun. When Yelena Belova having a dog is a minor plot point, and she is the best dog, then you know you're in for a good time.
Yep, I'm looking forward to reading that. Am I bugging, or has stream not started?
You are possibly bugging.
We've been chatting
for about 20 minutes.
We've been chatting 20 minutes now. In fact, we're going to have to get ready for an ad break before terribly much longer. Hopefully the sound has improved. I tried tweaking some of the settings, so I hope we're good to go. That's what's going on. Yeah. Quick. Think of something else to talk. Refreshes that grilling. No, you probably hit probably top of stream ads going on there, Sansa. I went to briefly one earlier night this week. I sat in on the Samantha Bayard.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd talk about that.
I was wondering, because I wanted to watch how they were doing and what they were talking about. And I saw a really cool idea for like stream modification that I've never seen before, which is when they go on a break, they switch the chat to emote only, which I thought was really cool. And then there were a couple of VIPs in the chat, including Amelia.
And Dave Jones.
No, Mr. Jones was not there. And they don't have emoji only requirements, so they could talk and were flaunting their power while the rest of us were emoting. It was adorable. 29 minutes in.
But offline for you.
Sansa, I'm not quite sure what's going on there for you. Maybe you're in the wrong place, but Sansa, you might, I don't even know if they can hear us. Can folks let Sansa know that they might want to leave and come back, and that might reset things for them? I hope they're not like logged into another channel or something. But how about this? Why don't we take a little ad break right now and get it over with and out of the way, so that I can make Steam load the correct game, because last time I tried loading Baldur's Gate 3, and that was very dangerous, because yours truly is now officially at endgame. I have finished every quest. I have explored everything I wanted to explore. I'm ready to cross the thinking Baldur's Gate Bridge, and then they're gonna make me do the end game, and then they're gonna pop up that "Are you sure? Once you do that, you can't leave" kind of message, and I'm gonna be excited and also sad. But then I will just have to start a brand new.
You just have to do 10 minutes of a Dark Urge playthrough, and then
No. I have a plan. I'm gonna finish my current playthrough. My next playthrough, I am probably going to play a bard or some bard multi-class, and I'm
going to wife Karlach.
I'm going to wife Karlach, because it's either that or I'm going to play Karlach, and I haven't decided which yet. One of those two, but I really want to play a bard. And then third playthrough, I am going to attempt a Dark Urge character. I don't know how long it's going to last, because bad things are going to happen, and I'm going to be very upset. And normally, I wind up apologizing to the game and reloading. He gives it 10 minutes. I'm not. Maybe I should stream the start of my Dark Urge playthrough so you all can see whether or not I make it or not. I know, old queer problem.
Marry wife
or be wife. Yeah, I can't decide either because I'm very tempted to play Karlach and romance Lae'zel because my understanding is the two of them have a fantastic dynamic that I'd really kind of like to lean into. But it's a third attempt. Probably a mage by that point, and that will definitely be the Astarian romance because that dynamic is extremely well developed and good. And then when I'm well and truly skilled with the game, and when Larian is done releasing patches, and I need to tell you about the patch information that's leaked because it's me. Once there is like the definitive version of the game, I'm probably going to rebuild my very first character, my canonical headcanon character, and replay the game and get it all right. You see all these notes I have about all the things I did wrong last time? I will do them right this time. Get it right. But yes, the leak. There are new tags that have been put into the dialogue options that imply, first of all, that there will be the option for non-romantic cuddling. You can give people hugs. They've added some tags that imply there could be like bear cuddles, and I need such things. You see the grabby hands? I need such things. So they are not done tweaking this game. There's also indications that they're going to change the ending of Halsin's arc. So instead of him being like, peace, I'm out, you can go with him. I'm like, hold up, I'm doing it again this weekend. I'm not going to get to experience.
Code faster.
Yes, exactly. So Larian said that they're not planning to release DLC for this game, but I think they are going to continue to expand and tweak the existing game with more stuff, which is fine because I strongly support the idea that Dammon can be a romanceable character. Thank you very much. That would be delightful. And if you just want to build more of who you've already got and, bulk it out a bit, that would be really cool by me. Totally fine with that. And that is all the Baldur's Gate 3 news that I have this week, other than huge congratulations to them at the Golden Joystick Award, especially Neil. That was fantastic. I wish every fucker there had shut up while people were giving their speeches. They were so rude. That was completely unacceptable. And I think there's another gaming awards thing coming up soon.
There's the Game Awards, and it's in contention for a lot of stuff over there.
Yes, good, including Neil Newsom is up again for Best Character, which is Best Supporting Character.
I wonder if this is why we're not getting a hard copy version until this time next century. Good chance why,
That's fine. I'm completely and utterly fine with all of that.
Their release tempo tends to be, the physical edition is we've done everything we're going to add to this.
And then there is a definitive version that gets released, which sounds fine. Grub is the orange cat who belongs to a little girl named Yenna. And that's all I'm going to say because there are spoilers. And I love Grudge very much. And he's a scaredy cat. And he's very sweet. And like his owner, he has bichromial eyes. He has one green and one blue. Very sweet. And there are lots of good cats, including one cat who speaks to you in the third person, who you can find a home, which is very sweet. I want more like that. I'm like, why can't they come to my camp? Oh, and by the way, Larian, please may I have a tent? It is shit that all my buddies have tents and I'm sleeping on a bedroll around the campfire. I want a tent to put my stuff in, please. No.
Including your statue.
Oh, no. The statue can just do whatever it's going to do. I might redo the statue, though, because I didn't realize you can make the statue to your companions. And I've seen the Halsin statue. And I would like one of those, please. That would be very lovely. I had to redo it like 6 times because it wanted to give me the wrong weapon, and then it actually showed my ugly hat. And I had to get my outfit right in order to be immortalized. So this is a great game. I have 260 hours into it. I haven't done the end game yet. That's going to take at least another 10. I can't wait.
So we're at 1 minute to last.
Yeah, we should probably run the ads now because I've been talking about my latest, obsession. So there we go.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there is nothing wrong with that. So go and get yourself a beverage, folks. Maybe something cuddly to have to hand if you need a snack. food, Rubesco, please. If you need to take any medication, this is your friendly evening reminder. And we'll be back in about 3 minutes. And then we will have the age-old discussion, knife or no knife? Rightio. Okay.
Send Greg to the shops, Wendy.
Yes. How dare there not be biscuits? How very dare. How rude.
We'll send you some. Don't think we won't.
They're going to arrive all beat up, and nobody wants beat up biscuits. I was supposed to make cookies tonight, but there was a butter-related miscommunication. So it will be another night. Greg is busy sitting in his pants and cannot go to the shop. So, as a reminder...
Welcome, Taz.
Oh, I'm glad you make it, Taz. Good job. This is a horror game. This
Boy,
is a horror
howdy
game
is it a horror
that has
game.
a lot of content warnings, which I'm now going to put into the chat with you. It's also a branching narrative game. So the experience that we have with you here this evening may not include all of those content warnings. But if you need full content warnings, they're there for you in the chat. They may contain some spoilers. In addition, if you can't remember who people are, we have a dramatis personae, which I do not abbreviate, that we are keeping up to date on as we encounter new individuals that you may want to review. And then you can find previous installments of Slay the Princess in our collection. Also, we know that a great deal of you are also playing this game and maybe doing things that we are experiencing for the first time. Please keep spoilers to yourself. We have wiggle emojis for you to say, you know something we don't know, and share those in the chat. Again, horror game, spooky. There have been lots of nastiness. There will probably be more. Let's be on it. Everybody does have a very different experience in this game, that's for sure. But we already start here. And I'm still working on this. This is a love story, huh? Okay. There are no wrong decisions. There are no premature endings. Fresh perspectives, new beginnings, young minds, fresh ideas. This is the love story.
Wagons.
Grandma wagons. Yeah, I see. Young minds, fresh ideas, grandma's wagons. Okay, that's how old we are. Let's 2003. Savage World. Come on. I'm getting old. Let's continue.
What you are is amazing.
So here we are. We have completed.
You're on a path.
Yes.
Path.
It all begins. There's terrible things often do
Of that cabin
with a Johnny.
is a princess.
Don't do the math. The math is scary. Right. So far we have encountered the prisoner, the skeptic. Oh, no, that's okay. Hang on. I didn't write this all down. The stranger, the specter, the wraith, and the prisoner, and the ghost. And we've met the skeptic and a whole bunch of other people whose names I'm forgetting right now. I'm sure we'll. Oh, okay. So, right. Johnny's quite quiet. All right. Johnny's probably quite quiet because I was talking over him. But that's what he gets. Ooh, it looks like I haven't balanced that audio the same way I've balanced the rest of the audio. So there we go. If the game audio is too quiet, let me know. But we tend to let them, be good and perform. It's all gone. I am still feeling like we should be a pro princess run, and this time let's not take the knife. Because every other time, so we've gone through 3 loops so far, every single time we've brought the knife down into the basement with us. So I think this time we are going to be pro princess, anti-knife, and see what happens. Probably waifu, that's what's going to happen. But I'm wondering how it's going to end at that point if we don't have the knife. If it's going to be the beast option where she attacks you. But if we're nice to her, I'm not sure if we will or not. Let's find out, shall we? Wife run, here we go. Okay, that's one of the things that amused me so much. Oh, okay, this is what you mean by pro princess. Pro princess anti-knife is the name of my ska band. Yep, there we go.
You're here to slay.
Yes, end of the world. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. If you consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending, do I get some sort of reward for this? Do we have anybody in the chat who hasn't seen this game before? If so, just briefly, the way dialogue works here is anything that's delineated as explore at the top is us interrogating the situation and learning more information. Options like this, which are in square brackets, are actions without dialogue, or just plain text like this is I am making a decision, I want to progress things. So oh gosh, I just realized we're gonna have to do a pro narrator playthrough at some point.
I know.
Let's see. Okay. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Yeah.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller?
Yes, narrator. We know. Prince seems to just contribute something of value to society. What end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
And I
No
feel
more birds,
fine.
no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
See who says no more birds, no more trees? I see plenty of trees. Haven't seen any birds. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics.
Have you
have a
met
job
me?
to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done.
Okay.
We're all counting on you.
Well, I've turned it up as far as I
Want to
have.
go into the game's internal settings? And
Yeah,
push
that's a
the
good
audio
idea. Hang on a second. Da-da-da-da. Preferences. Voice volume is all the
Voice
way up.
volume's maxed.
All right. Duly noted. You barely hear Johnny. All right. That's interesting. Give me a second, folks. Properties. Hang on. Let's try that and see if that's any better. Let me get Johnny to talk again.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
No, we don't. There's no clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Still much quieter than you.
And before
All right.
you decide to waste even more of our time by asking,
All right.
you know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Well, you have to wait because I'm going to try and boost the audio sound here. All right, I've just boosted it up a bit, folks. Hopefully, tell me if that sounds a little bit better.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no change in that.
I wonder. I doubt this will make a difference, but
It's no use arguing.
Oh no, that's made a difference to my headphones.
it made a difference to us.
The
But
egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
nope. I don't know what's causing that, folks, because I haven't made any tweaks to the game's audio settings. And as we've seen, we've already got the voice volume all the way up. The tweaks I was making were in OBS. I've been boosting the game on the gain audio, boosting the gain on the game audio, and it doesn't seem to have been making a difference. Give me a second, see if there's anything else I can do. Give me one more second. I'm going to try making one more tweak. Enjoy the lovely music. Active sources. It doesn't. Let's try one more time.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Maybe that's a little better. I can tweak it a little bit more if I need to. I don't want to like deafen people. Okay, let's take it up to +5, but we'll see how that works.
+5? It doesn't go
+5.
that high.
All right. Well, I don't want to deafen people. Do you have any evidence back this? No, I'm doing it again. Look, I'll go to the cabinet and I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Or is there... I want to keep exploring, and I wonder if I can get to some sort of dialogue that's I'm going because you're making her, but I'm going to go free her. Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Oh, that's better? Okay. I still... Forget it, I'm not doing this.
No, you have to do it.
I mean, kinda, yeah. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin, but it doesn't say I'm going to commit to killing her. I like that option.
Yeah.
Better, but not perfect. Should I turn it up just a little bit more, everybody? Okay. I hope nobody's ears blow out. If there's like loud effects and stuff, I apologize in advance. But then hopefully this is gonna fix the tweaking. I'll make myself a note. Ducky, would you jot me a note in Discord that I need to check the audio settings after this? All right. Okay. Am I gonna get a reward for doing this? I don't want to ask that. Can somebody else do it?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
As I've asked before, who does?
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
All right, fine. You got it, Lavalish. Well done.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Did he say that line last time?
No.
I remember him saying I don't make the rules, but I don't remember him saying no matter how much I wish I did. Also, we haven't heard the hero yet, you notice. Fail at whatever course I decide. I don't want to say more without... Okay. Alright, I'm going to the cabin, but that's all I'm committing to. Why is he surprised with our reluctance, right? I'm not going to do any of these nihilist routes. The nihilist route will happen at some point. Alright, fine, I'm going to the cabin.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
That's new.
No, it's not.
But it's new in a first chapter. Huh. Interesting.
What's new is what we didn't get, which is the she will lie, she will cheat.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Here we go again.
The air of the blade is your implement.
No mirror.
No mirror. Bare but coherent cabin.
All right. So we're going into the basement. We're not taking the blade.
He's not called us and not taking the
Door to
knife.
the basement creaks
Yeah.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
And we're
The air
alone in our
feels
head.
heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Where's the hero?
Where are any of them?
I'm so proud of him, and bring me a cornetto, please.
He is such a good boy.
Biscuits, biscuits, biscuits. Wendy eats biscuits. I mean, he could have busted out the stand mixer. That was the other alternative. Right? Where's the
We don't
hero?
have any of them.
There hasn't been a single voice yet.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Damsel.
It's a more innocent sounding voice. How can she tell we're not holding the knife?
It's hypnotized.
There he is.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Focus, nerd.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Interesting.
Hi!
So, dialogue options. Lie. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Lie. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you or continue down the stairs. This is the pro-princess no knife route. We're going to say, I'm here to save you. Yep, we're going to try and save her this time.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Sorry, we
Really?
can't hear you how awesome we are.
I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Well, you might still be, but I'm going to do my best.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh boy, full on princess mode. Here we go. Anime eyes.
You walk down the
Oh, she's
stairs and
smiling.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Rubesco, last week we got the prisoner. Yeah, she definitely looks like she's been made thinner. Agreed.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
It's interesting because all the previous playthroughs, he's described her as cold.
Yeah.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hush. We're wifing. Go away.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Well, this is my 4th playthrough, so yeah, we're good.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Well, not really.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
The end, huh? Oh. That's a new piece of information. I like the idea of being naively, let's try and rescue her, and then we'll talk when this doesn't work. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Oh, hush your mouth.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Well, maybe.
No, you're doing the right thing.
That's right, hero. We are.
Good spot.
The dress is a little bit darker, and it's more off the shoulder for sure. It's a little bit more décollage, shall we say. She's coldly beautiful when you take the blade. That makes sense.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Oh, I can imagine a lot, narrator. Come on, use your imagination.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I didn't know a key was an option.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Sure, let's try.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
There we go. I like this. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? We'll come back to that. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Yeah, no neck chain. Exactly.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
All right, let's give that a
Attempt
try.
to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Uh-huh.
Is someone else here?
That was my question, hero. Let's try the door. Explore options. Hey, let me out of here. Explore, try the door, and then return to the bottom of the stairs. So first we're going to try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Oh, aren't you snarky?
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
No
You
luck.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
I love you, hero.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Looks like it.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Listen how the music's died.
Yeah. I think now might be a good time to put the content warnings in the chat.
Yeah, just in case. Just maybe a quick, brief reminder about,
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before
Jesus
raising her
fuck.
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well, okay. I mean, there we go.
Let's talk about the teeth. Guys, don't make human. Look at that shit.
Well,
Look at
no,
the fangs.
no, they're not. I
okay.
don't think
As
so.
she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Did that motherfucker just throw the knife in here with us?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's
Oh,
a time
you-
to strike, it's now.
Son of a mother.
How did that happen? No, but now I can pick the lock.
Or we could use it to free her.
Bingo. That's what we're going with.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm sure I won't.
I think on this playthrough, we're Team Wolfwife.
Team Wolfwife, let's do it. Save the princess is our only option. This is our folks. Brandon Boone, the composer, has joined us this evening. Wonderful to see you. This is our 4th playthrough, Brandon. I don't need to give you the content warnings for the game. I'm kind of assuming you have them, but just in case, I'll throw them up in the chat. I'm also going to throw the Dramatis Personae in there if you want to see some of our previous playthroughs. This is playthrough number 4. We've had the Stranger, the Spectre, the Wraith, and the Prisoner. We are now attempting to save the princess, no knife. And we are all shocked to learn that the narrator has willed the knife into existence in our locked room behind us.
Also, if you use Bandcamp, go to Brandon's page the second you use it again and get comfy, because he is astonishingly prolific and just does the best work.
Yes, very much so. All right, so now let's see what happens when we try to save the princess who just chewed her own arm off. We're going to save the princess. Thank you very much, Ducky.
Thank you, Ducky.
Fine.
Fine. Yes, we're going to save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Oh dear.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Look at her cute little mouth, all covered in blood. The narrator is pouting. She has eyes the size of a third of her head.
It's less ooh and more ooh.
Yeah, and look at, we've got blood on the knife again.
Cut into
Oh man.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
A sharp knife is not going to go through bone. You still need... Anyway, okay. Yes, by all means, we have noticed our claws.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Okay.
Hardcore. That's my girl.
She didn't.
Because visceral things can be cute. Because horror is a beautiful genre when it comes to juxtaposition. Comedy and horror, beauty and horror, wonderful combinations.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Listen to the snark in his voice.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
We don't know what bother her. Don't judge, my dude. Don't judge.
Somewhere, just a girl by no doubt starts to
Dude.
build and build and
Exactly.
build.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yes! Let's! You need a tourniquet! Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
No worries,
can't
Brendan.
just
Thanks for
let her
stopping by.
escape into the world.
Have a good one,
We're gonna
Brandon.
go sass Johnny some more. You can't just let her escape into the world. You said you weren't in charge.
As the princess
No.
approaches the bottom
Oh,
step, your
man.
body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, how dare you! Okay, we gotta fight this again, folks.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
This again.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Different tone.
Different tone of voice, yeah. Okay. Scroll. See, slay.
Yeah.
Warn her.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Good job. Dodge me.
Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't care about getting out of here alive. None of us are getting out of here alive. No. Resist. It is the actions that we are taking are very similar to the previous route, but she being freed and being able to react and dodge, that's different and it is taking longer. So we're gonna resist.
The blade. Move the
blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I know it's not me, but I have limited options here.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I think she's gonna kill me. Which will be interesting because it doesn't explain how she then dies and resets the loot. But let's figure out how this is gonna go.
Just a reminder for content warnings.
Try to be quick.
Yeah, content warnings first. We were about to be unalived, I'm assuming. It's fine.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
That's new, because the other time she slit her throat. It was quite quick. This is
She's not experienced.
less experienced.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's alright, it's not your fault. Been here before.
Okay.
She is more emotional. She's more what I would call human realistic in her emotions, i.e., there's fear, there's reaction, etc.
Okay, the image of her with one bitten off hand, wincing as she stabs us in the chest with one eye open, covered in blood, is kind of amazing.
I'm assuming people want to take screenshots for a moment. That's fine.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Oh, hero, you big softy. This is a love story, right?
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Have you ever read any Star Coast Lovers fiction, narrator? That's the whole point.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Now you're just being statistical.
I'm sorry.
Oh, poor thing. It has no right being this funny, but it's horror.
That
so
could not
comedy
be charming,
is how
and
we
yet
do
it
that.
is.
It's full-on anime splatter. It's adorable.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she apparently does not.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I hate that she has to do this.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
I'm very sorry.
It can't just end like this, right?
It's like she needs a weighted blanket and a hot chocolate and a therapist.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As
Oh!
much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Poor thing.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
I'm expecting a smash cut when I click the mouse, just so everybody knows. There we go. We got the damsel. We gotta take an ad break, everybody. Let's get a drink
You're on the
refill,
path
and then we'll come
woods.
back and sass Johnny some
And at
more
the end
and
of
go
that
meet
path
wife part
is a
2.
cabin.
All right? We'll be right back.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Evening, Doc.
Hello, everybody, and we're back. Right, let's get to the cabin.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Been there, done that. Terrible sense of deja vu. Hasn't this happened already? Okay, no, but I died. What am I doing here? But I died. What am I doing here?
I don't think we've done that before.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what the next voice is.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh my god. Voice of the smitten. I'm writing these down.
I love him.
Oh, I'm drawing a little heart over the eye and smitten.
Yes, it's Matt Berry. Hello.
Oh yes, it is. It's got such Matt Berry vibe.
Let us hie us to the cabin where we will slay the princess.
With our love.
Our beloved.
The hero's like, what?
Yes,
What?
you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table.
Yes.
Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
In New York City.
Oh Lord.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
You do not read enough fan fiction, narrator. Fix your life.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Delightful. Oh my god.
We have Jackie Daytona, normal human bartender, in our head this playthrough.
Okay, so my options are explore. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Eyes left, proceed to the cabin, or turn around and leave. I'm going to do with the explore option because that doesn't lock us in. Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Which it is.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Or because that's the way causality.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Oh, the sound clips for this are glorious.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing.
See, voice of the hero's not sure how he's feeling about being relegated to third wheel all of a sudden.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Okay, here comes the smitten.
I beg to differ.
The fact that he's getting 3 syllables out of villain is delightful.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
That's going to go so badly for you.
Yeah, let's see how that works for you here, buddy.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Right? Rebecca was like smitten, saw the hero crushing on the princess and was like, hold my beer.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
But it isn't, hero, because you got a new buddy now.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I just want to take a moment to appreciate Johnny getting 5 syllables out of scenario.
Right. I do love that they overtly say, are you in Groundhog's Day or are you in Sliders right here? I do
All I can
appreciate
hear
that.
now is Scott Lang saying, so Back to the Future is bullshit?
Thank you.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I'll never know. That's how causality works.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Good job, Rebecca.
Do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would.
Yes, but that cuts both ways, because I will never know and neither will you, so you weaponizing it against me has as much effect as me ignoring you.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly.
Dastardly.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I want to see cosplayers playing the different voices for this. It'd be so funny. I can't remember what it is. There was some movie where you had a mask and it would rotate through faces. Want to do that?
There's at least one He-Man villain that does that as well.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. That's my explore option. Or explore, let's talk about this princess, proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. I'm with them. We're gonna find a way to save her.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Neener.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
I mean, 100% valid.
It is somehow the exact same tone of voice as I don't give a fuck. His name's Mike.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Have you hurt yourself?
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Well, it doesn't really matter which call I make now, does it? Let's go to the cabin. Or should we... Let's talk about the princess. Let's see what options are.
Just be quick about it.
Whiny.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you have somewhere to be?
Oh, there we go. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why do we have to do this? Here we go! Oh, I want to see how the Smitten responds to the Destiny theme.
You're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Thank you, hero. Don't follow this.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Oh, little guy.
Believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
This is the point of the dialogue where if Marguerite was there in person, she would sit down on the ground and be like,
I've seen her do it.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
I want to know who his boss is as well, Sandra. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She can barely wield a knife. How is she gonna end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't think it's that the princess... My current theory is that it's not that the princess takes any action. It's just that, like our death causes the loop to reset, the princess leaving the cabin causes the loop to reset. And I don't think it matters how or with what intent she leaves. It's just she crosses that threshold and that's it.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Oh God, that's adorable.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Wonder what happens if you do a whole string of no talk, only slay ones.
No talk me, I stabby.
Buy the game and find out. Why didn't you tell me? Like I said, I want to do one where we just stand here for hours and we don't do anything and see what happens.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you
Is
to
it
save
though?
it from ruin.
Fine, we're going to the cabin.
A warning. before you
Now we get
Did
the
not get last time.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
That's good because I don't want to
Don't
slay her.
believe a word
We're
she
going to save her.
says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
Your little
It's your
game.
lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Hero, I have such sympathy for you now.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay. Keep the expression in your pants there, buddy.
All right, wind your neck in.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Hey, Brandon. Yes, we got the damsel this chapter.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
It is a point of pride that it's taken us 4 playthroughs to get to damsel. Our very first playthrough was the stranger, because Marguerite tried to lawyer the narrator to death.
It almost succeeded.
I would have succeeded if it wasn't for you pesky time
kids.
loops. Into the cabin.
Doobie-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I'm hoping we stay on this side of Sex Pest, let's be honest.
The interior of the
Okay.
cabin is
Oh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
Ooh.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I like how we've got the banners now. And again, we've got... Oh, please lawyer the narrator. Watch our first playthrough, Doc. I spend the whole time sassing the narrator. Oh, listen! Listen!
Brandon, this is lovely.
Oh, I'm gonna put this on loop tomorrow, for sure. Okay, should we try interacting with the mirror? We haven't been successful with the mirror yet.
The blade is your
No.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No. Okay, so we've got take the blade. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. I think that's a good choice. That's an explore. Explore, approach the mirror, explore, take the blade, or enter the basement. Notice that there's... Oh, no, there is a take the blade option. I don't want to talk to him about the mirror because it doesn't do any good. This whole... Oh, this is so good!
I'm getting a little bit of Bridgerton vibes from this.
Yeah, it's definitely got like classical period violin harmony going on. Every single time we've interacted with the mirror or brought the narrator's attention to it, even trying the whole just approach the mirror thing, he says you put your hand on a plain wall. It disappears. So I'm going to go with the observation that the cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Yes, because remember, we're not only talking to the narrator to navigate this loop, but we're building a rapport with the hero, who's the one voice who always comes back. So...
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time.
Of course you weren't.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
One of these days.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Because there's so much here to distract us. He only spoke the once, but he was there. So let's ignore the mirror. We're not taking the blade. We're going into the basement.
The mirror disappears as the door opens. Did you see that?
The
Yeah.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Once again, I will curb my rant about who on earth is maintaining these candelabras. But let's just go on. Oh, I love this music so much.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Judgy.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Soft voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh gosh, she's even more high-pitched now.
Her voice.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I love this. This is hilarious.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
The British upper lip.
Right, I've had enough.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Much
All right.
smaller room.
Let us observe. So the shape of the window has changed. It's lower. It's no longer barred. The carpet is there, but the two sets of chain setups still present. She's in ruffles. It's still very off the shoulder, but the sleeves are even shorter. It looks like she's wearing a half veil. She's become even more wifey. The dress is gorgeous. I wonder if you can. Wow, God, the sheer number of princess outfits you'd have to make to cosplay is just incredible. Yes, there is even more structure to the bodice, shall we say.
Tearaways. You could rig a couple of these.
You could do a couple of them that way.
My love,
Yeah.
we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Okay, so that's all valid.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words,
Oh,
but
God.
surely she can hear my spirit.
Yes, we need to see a whole group of cosplayers all as different princesses.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
I love how they're just leaning so hard into his shtick.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Oh,
I
God.
was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Oh, hero!
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
You should see the chat, narrator.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
So he believes the princess when she says it. He just doesn't believe us.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, kinda.
Well, she killed us.
Yeah, look at her face.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
The vibrato in the voice is just so glorious.
Cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No, what matters is the strength. Thank you.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
But we only have the narrator's word that she ended that world. All we know is that we're not in that world anymore. We don't know what it is. It's Schrodinger's world for all I care.
We never saw a world end.
Thank you. See,
Now
the
I'm
first
even
thing he
more
said that I agree
certain
with.
We must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
I have incontrovertible evidence
No.
I'm wrong. I am changing nothing.
So this is interesting. I'm going to pop a save here for a specific reason. And that is in a previous playthrough, when we did something that disagreed with the decision we'd made previously, we got overwritten, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Oh God, Leslie Phillips would be phenomenal.
Hey.
So it'll be interesting to see if he tries to change our actions if we make an action that doesn't agree with it. But we're not going to. We're doing a save the princess, no knife run. But if I loaded here and then we tried to slay her, I'm curious if the Smith would try to override us.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Okay, so explore options. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I like that.
Me too.
I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I want to ask that too. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Or rescue the princess. I like the idea of starting with the apology.
Me too.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
I'm not listening to you. I want to know what she says.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Okay, straight up kawaii now.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That is a very existential question.
That's a very interesting observation.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Oh,
Of course
not.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
That's self-serving. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Ooh.
Allow me.
Okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh, dear.
Hmm?
Also, massive kudos to Herban for shouting out possibly my all-time favorite left field plot turn in the TV show.
Evil Leaper?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Yes, it is, Doc. Please go and buy the soundtrack. The score is freaking amazing.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I actually really like this, though, because they're leaning into the caricature and the stereotype of it to demonstrate how ridiculous it is.
Yes.
This is as over the top. The romantic playthrough is as over the top as the no talking, only kill playthrough.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Okay. No. I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. I think I better save the game here.
Yeah, it feels hingy.
Oh yes, I think this will very much dictate where we go from here. No, I don't want the world to end. Or neutrality.
Given what we're going through, there's the strong read for I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Although I do like the uncertainty on no.
I think I want to go, no, I don't really want the world to end. We can also remain silent, but
That feels confrontational.
yeah,
I'm not doing
I'm like,
confrontation.
no, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
I had a feeling she was gonna respond that way no matter what we picked.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Innocence.
Not so sure.
I'm with you, hero. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? And it is an explore option, so she should hopefully not get bitey when I click on this one. I'm going to throw the content warnings in the chat just one more time in case anybody needs them.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Yeah, that is a little bit creepy, I gotta say.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I mean, I wonder if he can, though.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Okay, you're giving me creeper vibes there.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I kind of feel like we should explore all the explore options, even though I personally don't think I would pick this one, which is, you killed me last time, and it hurt. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Well, it was kind of the only option available to us, so...
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Strangely, I actually kind of agree with him.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
It can be both things, I'm just saying. To be fair, the bar formality among the voices is low. We are now going to rescue the princess.
Which we're sure will be fine.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all that.
Passions contain titanic depths.
Oh my.
You wouldn't.
Ooh, that was interesting.
I would.
I kind of love how God.
No, those strings are still there.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
So he's come.
Yeah, look, see?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
It's not a veil. She's just got a whole lot more hair. And that princess is straight up, that tiara is straight up Princess Peach.
There's also a little bit of Kermie to this.
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh, yeah. Full on Disney.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
It's being dictated by the narrative. The power of love.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Not wrong.
He's not wrong.
What's frustrating is he's not wrong.
He's the living embodiment of that Onion article. Terrible news. The worst person you know just made a really good point.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please don't kill us.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Aww.
Ugh.
This is interesting. Look at the background. It's not the wooden texture, but it's still I love how this game uses only red and it's different shades as an emphasis color. And this pink is really nice and warm.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Good observation, Wendy. We did cut off her hand last time, so it sort of makes a weird kind of sense that the manacle slips off now, like her hand isn't real.
Ooh.
Well observed, Wendy.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
He's not wrong.
What do we do now?
We're going to leave, or at least attempt to do so.
And neither of us are going to kill the other one. And it's going to be fine.
I like this. Explore. What do you want to do? And then the dialogue option is we leave. And then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next, which I also really like. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Shush! Don't put words in her mouth.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Capital H. Interesting. On the his.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, let's start, shall we, dear? This is a good start.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Oh, hero, I adore you.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Well, see, when you make all these extraordinary claims and you don't provide any proof, it's really hard to believe you.
But also, hey.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Okay, brace.
Oh, God.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I'm gonna put the content warnings in the game because I think she might say she wants to end the world.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
That was a nice fake out. Okay. Interesting.
That feels kind of belligerent, that top one.
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. No, I really like kind of exploring this a little bit more about what she wants. Let's ask. Do you want to end the world?
Oh, you just said save.
Okay.
Thank you. Save.
All right. You want to end the world, but to the tune of, do you want to build snowman? So this is what I want. This is me saying, I want to know what you want. But what we know about the end state of the game, this isn't the person who decides what they want.
No.
I kind of like the idea of there must be something you want. That's a little softer. Let's try that.
I just want to make you happy.
And the music snaps. Did you hear that?
Oh. Ooh.
Look at how much sharper and anime-esque she just went. She's straight up caricature now.
She can't just want to make us happy.
I know, you can hear it. It's awful and wonderful.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Oh, Brendan. Amazing.
But oh my god, the dialogue options here get very complicated. It's forcing us to take another break, everybody. Yeah, okay. We'll be right back, and then we are gonna have to make some very chunky moral decisions.
Oh boy.
We'll be right back. soul. This music is killing me.
Brandon, you have outdone yourself.
Okay, so let me read through all the explore options we have here, because we have many paths we can take from this point. I want you to tell me what you want, but what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't bake your entire happiness around me. That's my front runner. I want you to make me unhappy?
Nope.
Boy.
Nope.
Do you want to end the world? I thought I asked that earlier. No, we haven't yet. I just want to leave. We can figure it out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. I'm going to go with, but you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. That's what I'm picking. And yes, we saved.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh, child.
Is she broken? What's going on?
Look, look at her hands.
Yeah.
She's becoming even more simplistic.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Your Becker Elite Princess is broken. And the background is getting closer and closer. I'm wondering if I just want to leave, we can figure out this later, or if you want to leave, then let's
That's
leave.
passive aggressive.
This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. I feel like it's going to become worse the more we explore as well, Lavalish. I agree with you completely. What this is telling me is that this form doesn't have the ability to change themselves. Our interrogation has led them here, and they can either go further, but they can't go back. This music is going to haunt me, Brandon. Thank you for that. Because that's the one thing I love in horror music more than anything else is a well-established theme that turtles or twists or riffs when there's a key moment. You're right, Ted. There aren't wrong options according to the game, so would wind up here, right? Exactly. Okay, this isn't right. Let's just get out of here. Is what I'm going to go with.
That sounds perfect.
Oh my god.
But she popped back. And now listen. We're back to the previous theme, but now we've got now we've got percussion and a driving string line. There's about to be an action sequence if Hollywood has taught me anything.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal.
Even the hero notices. We just noped out of anime waifu.
So we were right. The explore option
The
is just that
exploring
pit. You
is
go
what we
further and
got.
further down.
I'm wondering if it's not irreversible, though. If you can go further down it, but then as soon as you make a decision, she snaps back.
Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
He doesn't observe the differences. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm listening to this. You have the soundtrack, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, well, I'm listening to this.
We subscribed to Brandon.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Shut up, she's ready.
Interesting. Ozzy says he thinks that was the last opportunity to snap back.
Oh.
Interesting. Look at this sparkle! Now, this is some straight up Bridgerton shit, for sure.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
See, this is the point in the time traveler's journey where they're like, so everything's just gonna flip over and over and over again, right? Fuck it. Let's do something cool.
This is playing golf into the Stargate.
This is playing golf into the Stargate, yes.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
This is
This is
happening.
happening.
Third whale hero, I coming for you, buddy! Right, a white knight trap.
Yeah, that's exactly
that works
this.
exactly well.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up
Holy
the stairs
shit.
Wow.
in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Hush now.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Folks, be prepared for that whole smash cut thing to happen again, okay?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Look at her! Oh! Ooh. Oh my.
That's a familiar move.
Yep, very much so.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no
Good
match
lord.
for the strength of true love.
How many times in a row did Johnny rewatch Princess Bride before recording this?
As you wish.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Okay, so now we need Scanlan and the power of rock.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Can you leverage that passion into, say, a lockpick for us?
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
But if you're talking to me, I haven't had a dialogue option lately, so, you know.
Doc, I've also heard that in some circumstances it can change your heart into a little white dove.
Are you guys making obscure television references to
I'm
each
just
other?
along for the ride at this point.
I'm with you here. We're just along.
Think I would.
Do you think you can open it? Is it our explore option? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself.
Save, save.
Okay.
I think we should try. I think we can open it if we try together.
I think we can open it if we try together. Seems like the right answer here. Not very intellectual convos you get with the damsel, but you do both discuss unfairness of your predicament repeatedly. Yeah, exactly. Let's try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I love this. So when you're aligned, you can override the narrator and affect the universe. Yeah, the hero in the backseat, just like, you want chips? I want chips.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Interesting. It still lets us do this.
We're not doing that.
But I'm going to sit there.
Yeah.
Because the thing that one of the mechanics that we have not explored about the loops is taking one path and then changing it. So attempting something and failing, or attempting something and then betraying it. We haven't done a lot of that.
We kind of did a betrayal early on.
Knifey McKnight face. Kind of, but we haven't done so systemically, repeatedly.
Systemically.
You're not doing that. Sorry. I'm absolutely not going to do that
Nope.
this playthrough.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yep.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Okay.
The feeling is somewhat mutual, narrator. We're exploring the boundaries, finding the edge pieces.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Just like I wanted. Huh.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
Brave.
And then you step outside.
Romantic haze, your love will set you free. All right. And look, it's fading in on the sides.
A happy ending at last.
Okay.
I'm actually glad. Look at the wheat. That's new. Or is there wheat in the field on the way
There
up
was
to
no wheat
Kevin?
in the field on the way through.
Well, we haven't died yet.
Yeah.
We did it. What should we do now?
Bouquet of arms. Just fucking
Meet
arms
our destiny.
everywhere.
Where did everything go?
It's armor clock.
It's arm o'clock.
Where did he go?
Narrator's gone.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into
Catty.
Well,
I'm cold. Is being hungry
Oh.
supposed to be so cold?
poor thing.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Feathers, huh? Birds, trees.
Yeah. There we go. I think you got it. Arms. Just fucking arms.
Yep, there she goes again. Goodbye, princess.
Kind of love that she lets herself be caressed by them as she's taken away.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It is time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
There's a line at the very top of the loop.
If you don't kill her, no more trees.
No more
birds.
trees, no more birds, no more anything. And we see plenty of trees, but we've never seen a bird. And we've seen
we have feathers.
And we have feathers. I'm wondering if there's something there. Should we try and find it? So now this is that liminal space where we get to talk to the hero by himself.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You never remember, buddy. It's okay. See, again,
It's always the same two options.
yeah, it's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Not for long.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I don't want to lie. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
We've done that twice now.
You think we're
She'll
building
be
a
there
boat?
waiting for us. I just know it.
Probably.
All right, now we're gonna get some more intel because the last time, one of the times we grew, and one of the other times we withered.
And the withered one was when we waited in
We're the
there.
prisoner, and when we had the rate for the final decision, we grew.
It's a lovely day in the village and you were a terrible hero.
The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The remains. You've unraveled. Interesting. The image always seems to be the same, but the description's always different. We are in the long quiet once again. Oh, the coral's back. Ah! You were at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
I'm trying to get you there. I just don't know how. Bye-bye.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't. Okay, options. Explore.
Ooh.
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars. I think there are people. At least, I think there's supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? I always like to ask, but not at the top. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? That's a new one. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? That one's always there. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I want to tell them, when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know where he lives. He does. I don't know why, but I know this is for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Like that one.
He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. The temptation will be very strong, but I will probably not follow through with it. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. I like the when you and I when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth.
Yeah.
The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Valid. Oh, so we're back to the whole what is there outside. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Us. That's interesting.
Vessel.
I will. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I kind of followed that.
I follow that.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
That's a soft confirmation that she is defined by our actions.
You molded her to love you.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
How many more vessels do you need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
Ooh.
A final multitude.
I like this.
Me too.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart.
Or at least my
The
completionism.
only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
One last wife. This is an interesting option, which is I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to stay here. It's a dialogue option, so let's see what she says. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting. but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
You've already tried waiting. Wait. There is no waiting forever. Let's try waiting, see what happens.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Interesting. The game just exited.
Are you fucking
Oh
kidding
my
me?
god, that's so meta!
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's so
Oh my god.
it just literally boom. Okay. Holy cow. That is brilliant. That is ballsy design.
Holy crap.
Wow, I love that so much. That is so cool.
Good grief.
I thought either this was meant to happen or my laptop has amazing timing. She's waiting for her however you want her to wait. And the fact that that can mean like, wow.
The game you
It was
very
super effective, right? Right? Is there a Stanley Parable? Didn't you get that?
Yep.
He got the Stanley Parable, and I think it was 5 years, wasn't it? Not
Yep.
10?
It's 5 years.
It's 5 years. Yep.
The go outside achievement.
Yeah, you don't even get that like crashing glass sound that always catches us off guard after we have the conversation with her. Oh, just okay. Come back to the box whenever you like. Come here. We're gonna have to. Okay, we're gonna have to have a very serious discussion about which princess we do next, because it's gonna be the last one, isn't it? Now, what I'm curious about is if it will be the last one, or if she'll give us the option of I can leave at any time. Ooh, pay attention to what she says when you turn the game back on. I can't wait. I can't wait for next week. That is going to be so cool. I wonder if we get there and we bring her the last one she needs. And then if she says, well, we can go now, or you can take your time and do some more. So many questions. So many questions. Right. I don't think we need a break before shenanigans. You?
No.
We do have to take a break in about 10 minutes, but I haven't noted the shenanigans for tonight, so I don't know how many we have. Let's take a look. And also, my beloved mods, would you please do me a favor and grant Mr. Boone our VIP status for any time he wants to come back and torment us with his genius? That would be delightful. Thank you. Right, let's do some
Oh shit.
What's this?
Also, once the game's done, if you ever want to have me on to talk about.
Yes,
please.
yes, please.
Thank you.
We will definitely do that once we finish at least one playthrough of the game, because we've subscribed to you for like years and we would love to have you on to talk about game music design. That would be amazing. I'm very happy right now. Okay, pay attention, Marguerite. Vamp.
Okay.
That's not very good vamping. I love you dearly.
You gave me like 2 seconds. Yes, I am. And I think I'm just still charmed by just how perfect Johnny's Jackie Daytona impersonation is.
Oh, he's
No, my love will nourish me.
it's so cheesy. It's so wonderfully cheesy. Yeah, isn't it?
Hey, Kareem.
Hey, Kareem, how you doing? Okay, so for shenanigans this evening, we have Care of a Noir Detective. Oh, this will be fun. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Is that what this one is? Or hang on, I'm trying to get these right. And then Butch Fatal. Ooh, Butch Fatal. We're starting with Butch Fatal. Butch Fatal. She walked into my office with the swagger of a race car pit crew boss. From her steel-toed boots to her safety glasses, this dame was giving me forklift certified vibes, strong enough to shake me loose from my classic depression laced with alcoholism.
10 out of 10 would read.
Her carabiner jingled with keys to 4 speakeasies, 2 U-Hauls, and 1,000 broken hearts. 60,000 words, slow burn, enemies to lovers. Send me the AO3 links. I
Yep.
would like to
Hit
subscribe.
the tags.
Yes,
Let's
please.
go. Let's fucking go.
That would be delightful. I love it. I want it. I ship it. Let's do it. Okay. So this is the other one from Middens of History. Whenever I see a noir detective in the rain, I'm like, yeah, man, that's exactly where you're supposed to be.
Noir detectives only stand in the rain when they're under stress.
Noir detectives are actually meant to be stressed. It is their natural state. A noir detective with nothing to be stressed out about will quickly revert to a more highly stressed state than normal.
Noir detectives require stress to be healthy. That's why it's a good idea to make sure that an inside detective has access to regular, difficult, and alarming cases to solve, and also a shower they can stand in, fully clothed or not, to agonize, since they can't go out in the rain. Don't be alarmed if they bang their little fists on the tile and howl. That's a normal part of the display. If they sit on the floor and cry, though, they may be overstimulated and need some hard alcohol and a nap to settle them down.
It can be difficult, but if you have a friend with a femme fatale, arranging a supervised playdate can be enriching to them both.
Now, it's important to allow your noir detective to bundle your femme fatale into an airplane at night at least once a year, as it provides them both a rare excuse to let themselves openly cry for emotional catharsis, and also to clear out vestigial tear ducts, which are dangerous to clean at home. In particularly difficult cases, when neither has cried for years, artificial rain will be required to provide some cover, and will also provide a humidity boost, an underlooked but important part of trench coat health. Be sure to provide your noir detective with additional replacement trench coats after airplane enrichment, as the femme fatale will probably steal his to line her nest.
I need this in Julian McQueen art so badly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true. I love noir. I love all the stereotypes of noir. We need to get around to watching Candle Obscura because,
Yeah, I may want the rule book for that.
Oh, okay. That would be good. Airplane enrichment.
All I can see now is McQueen going, Julie, why is your sofa made of my old coats?
Oh, yeah. I cannot wait for Mentopolis. I played a very long-running Savage Worlds noir game where we had the private detective. His name was Ace Tungsten.
Ace Tungsten.
He had the femme fatale, who was also a British undercover spy. No. Did we have the yeah? She was the femme fatale / lounge singer combo, who was also an undercover spy. We had the kid sidekick. We had the
extra.
Yeah, we had the orphan, the plucky female reporter. We had because there are only 3 types of villains in noirs. Can you name them?
Industrialist, woman, mob boss.
Close. That's 2. Mob bosses. Organized crime. Well, mob bosses kind of are organized crime. Industrialists, mob bosses, and Nazis. Right? You always got to fight Nazis if you're in a noir. So we also had the World War II bomber pilot. And since this was Savage Worlds and we had weirdness, we had a mad scientist. And I played the Egyptologist with the ancient relic who could turn into the giant swarm of scarabs to attack things.
Maximum Beatles.
That was really fun. We dressed up in costume and did it for dinner. It was so much fun. Yes, love war. I'm going to love Mentopolis. I can't wait until I get there. All right, folks, we've run late, and I apologize for that, but not so much because now I get Prince of Food as an interview guest, and we talked about them, and the game got way meta. Yeah, Stacy fake name. I can't wait to meet Stacy fake name. So we've run late. Let's quickly go through where it is we're gonna be next. So it's Wednesday night.
You can next see us on Friday when the full ed will go live. This is our frequently award-winning pop culture newsletter. It's always pop culture. It's frequently award nominated.
Yep.
That on Sunday we're continuing up a mountain in Toem.
You do shape the princess in that whatever you believe about her is true. That's how you influence her. There's never anything to find out. If you think she's not lying or dangerous, she's not lying or dangerous. If you think she's going to kill you, she's going to kill you.
That's very
it's
interesting.
more about how she's literally mirroring what we say or think or believe about
how
her.
you react is what she does.
It's made
which would explain why when you say what you want to do, her response is whatever you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the full ed will be live on Friday at the usual time, which is 5 o'clock. Then on Sunday between 10:30 and 12:30 UK time,
we will probably be getting pretty close to the end of Toem because we're in the final section.
We're pretty sure we're going to finish the main game this week, and we'll probably have the DLC to do the week following.
Yep.
And then we'll be back here next week for find out what she says with the game.
Load in next week. I'm not going to load anything until it's on stream because that's going to be a heck of an experience. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. This has been great.
Have a lovely evening.
And we will see you next time. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been terrifying in a weirdly nurturing way.
Have a great night, everybody. Where's my button? Button. Who's got the button? I went the wrong way. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.